5.
everybody. Welcome to the 2024 Canadian Racquetball National Championships. I'm Christine Kay, and I'm here with Danielle Ramsey, and we're here to watch the Women's Open Doubles Final.
This is going to be an interesting matchup, Christine. Both of these teams are undefeated. I think
they did have some tough competition earlier in the week. I will say that.
Yeah, we made them work earlier this week, both these teams coming out on top though, so I think we've got a big match in front of us right here.
Absolutely. We've got a couple veterans in the back who both have national titles in doubles and Frederic as well in singles, whereas the Perron sisters are looking for their first national title.
I believe over the last couple of years they've got several silvers and bronze medals. These girls play together all the time, so they communicate really well, they move around the court very well.
And I mean, they have the sister tie, that the communication as a whole there gives them that advantage against anybody.
Oh, absolutely. Good for them. I don't think I'd play this way with my sister.
I played with my brother one time, but you know, brothers and sisters don't necessarily get along on the court.
Yeah, very different.
So
quick 2 points.
We've seen from the early start, both Fred and Mimi are controlling the court, and Marjolaine and Juliette are just kind of like pushing the court and giving them opportunities.
I'm interested to see how this dynamic between Fred and Mimi is going to look today. It looks like Mimi is feeling a little bit better with her foot. She did get a little bit of a foot injury yesterday in our match, but she looks to be moving a little bit better today, so that's good to see.
Yeah, just to kind of follow up on Danielle's comment, there was a lot of court play by Frederic and taking a lot of shots, whereas Mimi is hitting it a lot more today in these first few rallies. For everybody who may be new to watching, Frederic Lambert and Michelle Morissette are in the blue in the front, returning are Juliette and Marjolaine front in the back. That was a great down the line left side by Juliette. Frederic just couldn't get her up and on there.
I think both of these teams will do a mix of drives and lobs. The Perron sisters definitely driving as their first serve.
Not a shocker, Frederic hit an overhand from the backcourt.
Down the line kill. Can't set Frederic up in the front of the court. She doesn't miss that very often. 2 serving 4. Juliette up to serve. This is going to be our two of these women are in our final tomorrow. Juliette and Frederic. Short serve.
And then Marjo and Mimi are going to be playing in the consolation side as well. And we're playing for third.
Tough serve. I think we're going to see a left side dominant match here today. Marjo gets a lot of balls. She's very fast, and Juliette is very much the shooter of that team. Similar to Frederic. Frederick's going to be shooting a lot of balls, maybe taking a little bit more too.
Yeah, I would say the split of shots would be Juliette maybe takes 60-40, whereas with Frederic, I would say 70-30, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
But still early on in the match, and it's been pretty even so far.
5 serving 2. Big setup.
So, interesting change in the last couple of years, rally point. Before, you could put your hand up and appeal later. However, there's been a change. If you're wanting a replay, you must put your hand up and stop your rally, and you are then chancing it.
So we have 2 lines judges for today's match, Terry Nelson and John Walco, and then we have Stephanie as the main referee. Nice shot down the line by Marjo.
Shots were a little bit higher that rally, and then Marjo saw the opportunity and killed the ball, got that half down.
Short serve. Nick lob coming up. Frederic loves that serve. We've been seeing quite a few weird bounces in the corners this week.
Yeah, there's been a lot of wide angle crackouts, cracked serves. Whoa, replay please.
Ooh, interesting one. So, head official Stephanie called a replay. She saw a hinder. Frederique appealed, said no, she was not hindered, and both line judges disagreed with head referee.
I do wonder though, because I saw Frederique starting to put her hand up. However, I can assume what the response would be if she did not make that call. She would want that replay.
Absolutely. We'll be cutting off to commercial break. We'll see you in a bit.
Welcome to Ocean Trailer, everybody. A 40-year overnight success story. Now, Ocean Trailer is a family-owned and operated semi-trailer rental, sales, leasing, and parts business. Head office here in Delta, British Columbia, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary, Prince Rupert, Port Kells, and Nanaimo, British Columbia. 250 family members strong, and life is good.
Les filles commencent à jouer au racquetball à un jeune âge, mais au fur et à mesure qu'elles se développent en tant qu'athlètes, elles trouvent de moins en moins de filles pour s'entraîner et partir.
All right, we're back from our timeout. Frederique Lambert to serve, 8 serving 4.
So we've got best of 5 rally point, and Racquetball Canada has implemented these rules 2 years ago. The IRF, the International Racquetball Federation, changed rules to be easier to follow, make court times and games a little bit more consistent, and it has definitely changed the game.
Absolutely. I think that there's no game that is out of reach in this rally point, and things change so quickly.
Well, even we saw yesterday in our men's doubles semifinals, Mitch and Lee were down in game 3, I think 10 or 6-10, and they came back and won.
I think it was 10-5. And
oh
yeah,
my goodness.
Absolutely. Like, things can change, momentum can shift, and yeah, anything can happen. Ooh. Marjolaine Parra hit Fred. Juliette looks like she is appealing. Both blind judges agree with the replay. I think that's probably the right call.
Yeah, I don't think Marjolaine was 100% set up. She did have a pretty decent backhand, and Frederique was standing right in the middle of the court. And with Frederique trying to be the primary player and taking a lot more shots away from Michelle, that is a risk that she could run into, is being in the way of now 2 rackets instead of 1.
Absolutely. 5 serving 9, Juliette Pavin to serve.
Ooh, I saw a short serve. But we don't.
These lines are tough here. We are seated at sitting level on the left side of the court. In doubles, sometimes there can be some difficulties with seeing short serves, double bounces. So we're really thankful that we get 2 line judges for these matches of such importance. Just helps see a little bit more of the court.
We're only human. We all make mistakes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That was an interesting rally. Marjolaine hit 2 great wide ankles, hit that crack, but Frederique was able to get them. But ultimately, the Prant sisters hit a wide angle that cracked out in the backcourt and got the winner.
And they brought the serve over to the right side. Good pickup.
So it is an interesting game when you're playing against a very dominant player, such as Frederique. And I mean, I can speak on my behalf yesterday. I was really trying to get the ball away from her, and it just makes you think sometimes you're trying to force that shot that isn't there, because at the end of the day, a winner is a winner. And I'm starting to see that a little bit from the sisters, is they're trying to get it away from her, but Frederique's having great success getting all of these shots.
Yeah, and she's been running around the court. She's covering the court really great. She's making it hard on the Pagos.
Absolutely. So Frederique and Michelle won the first game 10-6?
11-6.
11-6, yeah. Games go to 11.
Yeah.
And we'll take a quick timeout between the games.
Les filles commencent à jouer au racquetball à un jeune âge, mais au fur et à mesure qu'elles se développent en tant qu'athlètes, elles trouvent de moins en moins de filles pour s'entraîner et participer à des compétitions. Par conséquent, elles se retrouvent souvent dans des programmes qui ne répondent pas toujours à leurs besoins sociaux et physiques, ce qui leur donne le sentiment de ne pas vraiment être à leur place. En mettant des programmes spécifiquement destinés aux filles et aux femmes, nous pouvons les inciter à continuer à pratiquer le sport qu'elles aiment. Canadian Women in Sport et Racquetball Canada peuvent vous aider en vous proposant d'excellentes ressources. Changeons le jeu.
Gearbox Sports, where technology meets art. From structures to materials to manufacturing, no other sports brand comes close to the level of innovation Gearbox brings to every game. Envision your best game, turn up the heat, and step on the court with complete confidence. Whether it's rackets, eyewear, bags, or other sports gear, we have whatever you need. Shop the latest racquetball products at Optic Sports, the Canadian distributor for Gearbox Sports. Find us at opticsports.ca.
All right, we are back in the Women's Open Doubles Final against Frederique Lambert, Michelle Morissette versus Juliette and Marjolaine Perron. We are entering Game 2. Fred and Mimi won Game 1, 11-5, 0-0.
Yeah, this has been a very anticipated match all week. So the Women's Open Doubles has been a round robin. These two teams have been successfully undefeated the rest of the week. So ultimately this ended up being our Women's Doubles final. And that ball is out. So, 1-1 in Game 2.
So in Game 1, from my perspective, I was seeing the sisters just pushing the ball a little bit and trying to force their shots rather than committing, executing, and having a winner be a winner. Ultimately, that left it up a couple inches, letting Frederique and Michelle have some success.
Yeah, there's lots of balls in the front court that Frederique was hitting.
Absolutely.
So I think the Palma sisters, in order to get this next game, will need to push both Mimi and Fred to the back of the court.
Juliette just hit a great Z serve that jammed Frederique in the back and got an ace.
They're looking for the call.
I call avoidable hinder at the play.
So head referee calls avoidable hinder.
Avoidable hinder on the play.
So Juliette's arguing that Steph Oteza said replay first.
I'm allowed to change.
And she's saying, but you said replay first. Steph just said, I'm allowed to change. My call is avoidable hinder.
Both agree?
Both Terry Nelson and John Halko agree.
I would have to agree with that call. Frederic was hitting the ball relatively straight in. The ball came out a little bit further off the sidewall than Juliette was anticipating. So both Mimi and Fred put their hand up on that serve. I think they're both looking for an encroachment. But in order to get that appeal or have the ability to appeal, they need to stop the rally.
And it's kind of that would you rather situation. It's like, would you stop in transit, or do you just like, are you 100% committed? You saw what you saw, or do you just go with it and play the rally out?
Yeah. Honestly, such a tough rule, and even tougher in doubles when you're not necessarily the only person on your team, right? You're then making the decision for both players.
We had a shot earlier in the week that one of us had our racket up for a really easy setup, but it's doubles. You're always going for it, and the other one of us went for it. Unfortunately, we lost that rally, but it's just doubles is so quick.
There's not a whole lot of time to think in doubles. There's a lot of reactions, and it's tough to just stop and give up a potential point.
Especially since it's, well, I was blocked, but you weren't. So you just have to, if you've got a good shot, regardless of what side you need to take it, it's an interesting change in rules.
Absolutely.
Stop and play.
And you don't exactly have the ability to ask your partner if they think the same thing. It's not shared decision anymore at that point. We talked about those kind of crack balls, and that one seemed to just have ran a little bit straighter than Marjo Parent was expecting.
She was ready for it to come out a little bit, but ultimately it jetted forward, and she just wasn't quick enough to get it. 6 serves 2 in the second game.
Again, a hand is put up, but no stopping play. Julia looks quite frustrated right now. We will take a timeout as well. Score is 7-2. Be back after commercials.
Chez Racquetball Canada, notre objectif est simple. Offrir des programmes qui encouragent une passion pour le mouvement dans un environnement positif, amusant et sécuritaire. Notre programme Badge habilite les athlètes de tous les niveaux, de novices à experts, à apprécier à jouer au racquetball à travers un curriculum inclusif et pensé. Le programme Badge enseigne les techniques de racquetball en utilisant des progressions qui développent les compétences graduellement, d'une manière qui renforce la confiance et assure que les participants connaissent le succès. Visitez racquetballcanada.ca ou communiquez avec nous pour obtenir de plus amples renseignements.
I played a lot of matches when I was playing the WRT with the gearbox ball. It's a different ball than the other ones. I think it's better for the game. It's durable. I think for fans it's going to be more enjoyable. The rallies are going to be a little longer, so it's going to be fun.
Racquetball Canada.
And we are back from our timeout. We're at the 2024 Racquetball National Championships, and you're watching the Women's Open Doubles Final between Frédéric Lambert and Michelle Morissette and Juliette and Marjolaine Parent.
That was a pretty beautiful backhand pinch from Frédéric. She stayed low and just executed, and Marjolaine wasn't able to return that ball.
Frédéric's been shooting very well this... right as I say that, of course. Commentary's curse, right? She's been shooting very well this match. Just some confusion about the score. Score is 8-3. Frédéric running in a jam.
the half down point, I mean, I reffed yesterday. It gets me all the time. Frederic just slid that ball into the front and causing a side out.
Marjolaine going to the lob serve. Set up ball for Frederic in the back. And another one. Some contact there. That'll be a replay. Such an effective shot in doubles at wide angle, but there does tend to be some confusion sometimes with who's taking that ball, especially when it's wrapping through the middle of the court.
Absolutely, and it's kind of like, do I see it better? Do you see it better? It's your forehand versus my backhand, and again, all of these thoughts are going through your mind, but that's what makes this shot such a great success.
It is probably the most used shot in doubles, no matter the level. I see a lob serve. Frederic very tempted to cut that off, but instead stays back with a
textbook
a nice
shot. I would say Nick lob, first shot preference on serve, and then backhand pinch is her bread and butter.
Yeah.
That is game 2. So Frederic Lambert and Michelle Morissette are up 2-0 against the Perrant sisters. There's going to have to be some big changes going into game 3, or else we're going to have our national champions.
We'll take a little break and see you in about 2 minutes.
At Racquetball Canada, our purpose is simple: to deliver programs that foster a love of movement in a positive, fun, and safe environment. Our badge program empowers athletes of all experience levels, from novice to experts, to enjoy playing racquetball through an exclusive and thoughtfully designed curriculum. The badge program teaches racquetball techniques using progressions that develop skills gradually in a way that builds confidence and ensures participants experience success. Visit racquetballcanada.ca or reach out to us for more information.
Montez en grade avec le programme de badge de Racquetball Canada. Notre programme enseigne les habiletés de racquetball en utilisant des progressions qui développent les habiletés graduellement, en utilisant une variété de méthodes et d'activités amusantes pour créer un environnement positif tout en se concentrant sur les besoins de chaque athlète. La nature polyvalente du programme permet de modifier les activités pour s'adapter à toutes les aptitudes et capacités. Cela permet à chacun de donner le meilleur de lui-même. Visitez racquetballcanada.ca pour plus d'informations ou vérifiez auprès de votre club local les données du programme Badge.
We are back to the 2024 Racquetball National Championships. It's Danielle Ramsey and Christine Kay on the mics, joined by Mackenzie Braley working our tech side. So we've got the third game starting, the Parent sisters in the box to start. Michelle and Frederic are 2-0. What do we think?
I think that the sisters need to make some big changes, obviously, being down 0-2. And this is going to be a game to 11. Great shot by Marjolaine, right side, textbook down the line.
She got the return she wanted off that lob serve and was able to execute. Unfortunately, it didn't work that time. We've got 1-1 in game 3. Michelle Morissette up to serve. And that left side pinch for Frédérique Lambert.
You could see she was just inching up, waiting for it. And she read it well. Michelle hit a great serve, and Marjolaine really had nothing but a weak shot to the front.
So we see in the back of the court, anything that is up high, Frédérique is running back to hit, taking the majority of the balls, and doing it successfully.
Yeah, she's covering the court great, and she's staying calm, and she's executing her shots.
And from experience, when you have someone running all over the court, it is really hard to isolate the other player. How are the Parent sisters going to be able to succeed doing that?
Absolutely, because you really never know. Oh, we saw a textbook Frédérique overhead, try to roll out, but unfortunately we had a skip. 3 serves 2. But yeah, we experienced this yesterday. You're trying to stand somewhere for what you think the one side of the player, but then all of a sudden you've got the left side of the player running over, and it just causes extra confusion. There's quite a few replays yesterday, and it's just a completely different game.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of a different game today. Thankfully, Michelle Morissette is able to play, move a little bit better. She did have a foot-toe injury in our match yesterday, which led to Frédérique playing a lot of the court.
Oh,
Big opportunity in the middle of the court. Unfortunately, skipped that ball. Frédérique and Michelle started off strong in this third game and up 5-2.
they're definitely keeping the pressure, hitting clean shots, moving the ball around, and that's what you need to do in doubles.
The Parent sisters really have not had a lot of setup shots. There wasn't a ton of loose balls that they were able to shoot, so that pressure is definitely harder to put that ball down.
So we have 3 serves 5. I think these next few points are going to be crucial. Oh.
Nice adjustment by Juliette Parent. That ball did come out a little bit funny from that back left side, and she was able to run up to it and make a perfect pinch in that corner. I think we have a hair malfunction. The hair was stuck in an earring. That's something you don't see in men's doubles as often.
No.
Skip from Michelle Morissette in the back of the court. And the Parent sisters are back in this game.
5 serves 5.
See how the momentum changes so quickly in this rally point. 5-2 is a fairly commanding lead, and 5-5 just like that.
We had a funny bounce out of the left corner. Juliette was set up for it, but unfortunately the bounce won that one, favoring Frédérique and Michelle.
What a beautiful shot. Juliette putting her hand up, I think believing it was a skip. It looked clean from this angle.
It sounded off, but the shot was right in front of us, and it did go in smoothly.
Frédérique trying to repeat her previous successes into that left corner. Not quite successful that time. We have 7 serving 6, game 3. It's good serve. Ball set up in the middle of the back of the court. And Juliette Parent very successful on that left side. Catching Frédérique in the back of the court because she's running around for all the balls.
Yeah, she just hit a shot in the back court, and Juliette hit a great shot in the front court.
Tough shot. Didn't quite make the front wall.
That's always the debate in doubles, is that wide angle. Are you going to be there to cut it off? Is it going to have enough weight to wrap around to your partner, or you run back, or is it just going to crack out?
So we have a little bit of confusion here. Juliette Parent put up her hand after the serve, thinking
I believe
that Frederic...
encroachment.
Yes, I think that's what she was thinking. Frederic took the shot, Juliette took the next shot, and...
However, I saw hand up, shot taken. Steph Oteza says, whoa, 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 whoa. Juliette did hesitate a little bit. The ball was a great shot, and then ultimately 2 bounces. However, I believe Juliette's arguing right now, you said, whoa, 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 I stopped playing.
Yeah, I think the timing of that call is what they're ultimately arguing right now.
I think Steph did call it a little bit late. No. Early, thinking the hands up, but now she's saying no encroachment. So I'm curious if...
I'm interested to see if there is going to be an appeal here. I believe there is.
An appeal is being made. Steph is trying to word this properly, I believe.
I think they're just trying to make it clear what the
Juliette's
appeal
just said
is.
to Steph, before I had a chance. So I think kind of what we've discussed. The hand went up, signaling for encroachment. Fred made the shot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Juliette's arguing she stopped playing.
Yeah.
I know I one time was reffing many, many years ago, and I called a ball short. There was an appeal. It was overturned. Then the receiver argued, well, I didn't play the serve because you called it short. And in the rule book, I believe, may have changed, but at least then, it said I, as a referee, then need to make a call if the serve essentially was good or not. Or sorry, was going to be a winner or not, if the receiver had a chance to get it.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting call. It's kind of same but different here. Yeah. Juliette's arguing she stopped.
Yeah. And so is, like, if Juliette had not stopped, did she have the opportunity to get that next ball?
Frederic is arguing, my shot was great. She couldn't have got it even if she was right there.
So we are just trying to get some clarification on the rules right now. Head referee Stephanie Ortiz and linesman John Halko and Terry Nelson are discussing the rules and what the call was. Commentator Christine Kay is getting a little bit closer in order to give us a little bit more feedback here.
All right, so Jen Saunders, our high performance director, has also came in here to have some conversations. And I believe the call ultimately is now being a replay. Still unsure if a appeal was used. I'm going to say yes because there's a lot of discussion. Mm-hmm. And now Frederic is very unhappy with the call, saying why.
Yeah, and you know what? I think this one comes down to...
She's now saying the ball bounced 3 times. There's no way she should have got it. My shot was great. Ultimately, we have 3... That's why we have line judges.
Yeah. Yeah.
So...
All right, so we are going to see a replay. I believe Juliette Parent is the one to serve.
Yes.
And the score will be 7 serving 8 in this game 3.
I anticipate a lot of healthy anger in Fred right now, so we're going to see an all or none shot.
Short serve. Frederic is the type of player that thrives under a little bit of anger.
Yes. And I think now she's going to feel, oh, we just got a big punch against the back wall. I think we're going to see a lot of extra calling of shots to take them. And again, all or none. Oh, great dig by
Good,
Juliette
good.
out of the back.
And finishing it off with Marjo Parent on that right side. I don't think we've talked about Marjo Parent enough. She's a solid right side doubles player. We've talked, she's very quick.
She's the only ladies female player right now that dives. Props to her.
She moves around the court extremely well. And she is effective on that side and can finish the ball when needed. We don't see her making very many mistakes.
No, she's a very clean player, and her serves are fantastic. I played her earlier in the week, and we had a very tough game, and she's fantastic. I think we're going to see some really great things from her going forward. I believe the score is 9-9.
Frederique in that left corner.
That's her shot.
Yeah.
All right, national championship point on the line.
Score is 10 serving 9. Parent sisters are going to take a timeout to regroup so that they can hopefully come in and defend this this national point. We'll take a commercial break.
I'm Carla Munoz and I play with passion.
I play to be a role model for the kids.
I play for the adrenaline.
I play for the love of the game.
All right, we are back from our timeout. Michelle Morissette and Frederique Lambert, 10 serving 9 in this third game. Potential championship point right here. Juliette defends that.
Ooh, that was a little bit of a push. Just made it. I got a little nervous, but she executed it.
Score is 10 serving 10. Short serve. And I think we're going to see that Nick lob from Frederique.
Absolutely. So we know right now it's 10-10. It is win by 2 in Canada. So Juliette put her hand up, but I think she knows that that was a fantastic shot by Frederique.
11 serving 10. Another national championship potential point right here.
Going for that crack.
ace.
She has a big
wanted that.
smirk. She knew that it was too good, but she was just a little bit short.
This ball's going to be off the back wall. Juliette decides to take it early. And a skip on that right side of the court. So we're going to have 11 serving 11 with the Parent sisters in the box now. We're going to see a lob Z to Michelle Morissette right here. She's been cutting that off pretty consistently, but hasn't given a super consistent return off of it.
No, and that one was not consistent. It was about 10 feet high, wrapping around. However, Marjolaine just got a little bit stuck in the front and put it up to the ceiling, ultimately giving Frederique a great wide angle pass on the right wall.
11 serving 12. Short serve. We'll see if they can fight off another potential game point here.
Great ceiling shot.
Just stuck on that side wall.
Oh, that was almost hit Michelle.
Great get by Marjo Parent in the back of the court.
That's it.
And again.
Frédérique Lambert and Michelle Morissette are our women's open doubles national championships. Congratulations to them.
And congratulations to Juliette and Marjolaine Parent for their silver medals.
Yeah, so that wraps up our women's doubles. Next, we've got our men's open third place, followed by the first place match, bronze and gold. We've got...
Actually, I think we do have our men's final up next.
Oh, thanks for pulling that out. We have our men's final that will be next. Sam and Tom Murray, they have quite a few national championships under their belt. They did not win last year, so I think they're eager to get a championship back, facing a new team, Christian Poskai and Trevor Webb.
Should be a great match, with lots of movement. Again, Trevor and Chris are a new team, but these brothers have had a lot of experience playing together, so should be a great match.
Tune in to watch that game, and thanks, Danielle, for hanging out with me.
Yeah, thanks, Christine.